So this part of the Marble Bar chert is near the very bottom, and it's been soaked by these hot fluids that come up from below and then infiltrate into the layering. And what's interesting to look at is sort of what is the most primary material and then what has been introduced. And if we look very carefully at the textures, we can see that there's quite fine layering in the white colored chert here, and then the black chert, which we saw in the altered basaltic rocks below, is also present here. And you can see it cutting up through the white layering and forming these other bands within the rock. And it almost looks like the same kind of material that you'd say, oh, this could be a sediment deposited on the sea floor. But when you look very carefully, you'll see that there are veins of black chert that cut across the bedding, right across the white layers, and then they go parallel to it. So this is actually an introduced material that has jacked open or prized apart the original material and then flooded it with new fluid that is frozen in place and made it into a thick multi-phase body, or a rock that's actually made up of two different components. And that's how we can start to understand the history of this little patch of rocks and put that into the context of how this whole chert developed over time and became what it is now, 3.5 billion years later.